So the Chiefs traded for DeAndre Hopkins, eh? Yep, we are fucked. This makes me wish David Stern came out of retirement and vetoed this goddamn trade, because this is just so helpful for the Chiefs. It's going to be a 3P. I swear to God, if it's a 3P, I'm going to be pissed. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Talks Football. We got Week 8 NFL predictions today. If you are new to this series, I will make sure to leave a link to the full playlist so that you guys can watch every single episode so that you're all caught up. And also, it will be there for future videos whenever I post them. With that being said, be sure to hit the red subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss a single episode. And make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit the like button as well if you would, please. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get to the games. Kicking this week off, we got the Vikings at the Rams. It's the Thursday Night Football matchup, and I know Cooper Kupp is going to be playing, but Puka Nacua will not. I think even with Cooper Kupp coming back, there's just no stopping the Minnesota's offense because the Rams' defense is still pretty bad. Offense might play well, but fortunately can't stop a run or pass, sadly. Sure, they won against the Raiders, but it was a very ugly game. Anyways, I see the Vikings winning 31-16. I know, it's a weird score, but same result, Vikings win. Sam Darnold still looks like an MVP, even though he did lose to the Lions to give them the first L of the season. I still have faith in him. Kicking off the Sunday 1 o'clock slate, we got the Eagles playing the Bengals. This is literally like the Bengals playing the Ravens, but except they don't have Lamar Jackson. They have Jalen Hurts, like a knockoff version of Lamar Jackson, to be honest. But it's literally the same shit with the defense. Like, they can't stop a run to save their lives. Saquon and Jalen will eat that rushing game. And since A.J. Brown is back, it's really going to make this a lot more difficult than it should be. I really do think the Eagles should be favored in this game, but I am going to pick the Cincinnati Bengals to win 34-31. I see an upset brewing. I see the defense suddenly breaking out. The defensive front getting a lot of sacks on Jalen Hurts because Eagles' offensive line has been a bit shaky at times. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I think the Eagles' offensive line is just a little bit too inconsistent, and the offense can fire at will when needed to because the Eagles can't get a damn turnover to save their lives. I see this game coming down to the wire with Cincinnati coming out on top. Up next, we got the Ravens at the Browns. Obviously, I'm going to pit the Browns with Jameis Winston, right? I'm just kidding. The Browns are complete ass. Ravens win 41-20. Unless the Browns defense gets touchdowns like all game long, there's no way in hell they're beating the Ravens. Up next, we got the Titans at the Lions. Lions win 38-13. There's just no shot Titans are even having a chance in this game with either Levis or Rudolph. I think Rudolph's supposed to be playing, but still. Lions are just going to eat their absolute vegetables today. They're going to absolutely gumsmack these Tennessee Titans. Especially because of the fact they do not have DeAndre Hopkins anymore, like I mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention, but I did say from the Week 7 reactions video, I went 12-3 this week. So, that's a really good week for me. I needed those past 2 weeks. So my record heading into this week is 64-43. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, Lions are just going to absolutely dominate the entire game. Up next, we got the Cardinals at the Dolphins with Tua coming back for the first time since week 2. Even with Tua coming back, I just don't know how that concussion is going to affect his play. I'm thinking he's going to throw at least an interception this game, but I see the Cardinals winning 30-17. It's going to be close though. So maybe 30-23, 24. Yeah, 30-24 is like my best bet right now, but Arizona still wins. Next up, we got the Jets at the Pats. Imagine the Jets find a way to lose this game on the road against New England. Drake May and Coach Mayo, I gotta see it to believe it, but I think the Jets are going to win 20-10. The Jets defense has struggled at times, but I see them having a breakout game on Sunday. And Aaron Rodgers, like, he might have like a decent game, maybe a mid game, but he still does enough to win. Oh yeah, and I see Devontae scoring his first touchdown as a Jet against the Patriots. Next up, we got the Falcons at the Bucks. I picked Tampa last time to beat them in Atlanta, and I was 100% wrong. I hope I'm right this time picking the Bucks, but they are going to win 31-28. This game has potential to go to overtime for a second game between these two teams this year. Both offenses will do well. It's really just who has the ball last. I think Tampa Bay will have the game-winning field goal at the end. Up next is the Packers at the Jags. This is Jacksonville's first game in America in 3 games because the other 2 were in London. They went 1-1 there, but you're playing in your old house and Green Bay is going to beat you 30-17. Sure, Jordan Love will throw a couple picks, but he will do just enough to win this game by double digits. In the final game of the Sunday 1 o'clock slate, we have the Colts at the Texans. Indianapolis, I really do hope you start Joe Flacco because he has the best chance of leading you guys to a victory over Anthony Richardson. No disrespect to AR5, but Joe Flacco is a much better passer than him after looking at that Dolphins game film. Houston will win regardless of who plays. If Joe Flacco plays, I see them winning 28-24. If Anthony Richardson plays, I see 28-17. I see Joe Flacco throwing one more touchdown that Anthony Richardson would get at all. But still, Houston wins with CJ Stroud coming back and redeeming himself after a horrendous passing game against Green Bay. And the defense causes the Colts a problem, especially up front, because Jonathan Taylor, haven't really seen an update from him yet. Might need to fact check that. Actually, the Colts say that he feels really good about playing against Houston, but I'm not really counting on Indianapolis to pull anything too crazy. Kicking off the Sunday 4 o'clock slate, we have the Saints at the Chargers. Saints are just too broken down for me to pick them. Chargers win 27-10. Yeah, there's just no chance. Running offense is sure to get better. Passing offense is sure to get some points this time so that they don't have to rely on Dicker the kicker this time. And the defense plays a ton better. They only got an interception and that was it. But I see them playing extremely well. Also because I have them on my fantasy team still. Next up, we got the Panthers at the Broncos. Broncos win 21-10. Arguably the worst defense in the NFL. Broncos are sure to get a big breakout game this week, especially Bo Nix. And hopefully Cortland Sutton can log a catch because he got a bag fact 0 last week. So come on, Cortland. I know you could do so much better. As for Carolina, I just really have no hope for you. Really, you guys are probably the worst team in the NFL right now. Yeah, you got a lucky win against the Raiders. Yeah, that was looking like a fluke every day now. The real only shining light on offense for your team is Chuba Hubbard. That's it. Up next, we got the Chiefs at the Raiders. Chiefs win 31-3. This is the game that Patrick Mahomes breaks out and finally gets a really good game because he has struggled every game of the season, but they still keep winning for some stupid reason. It's literally because the other team is out choking them, us included. Yeah, Chiefs win big. Raiders, I have no hope for you, except I will say 2 words. Good luck. In the final game of the Sunday 4 o'clock slate, we got the Bears at the Commanders. Now, this should be an incredible game. Like, both offenses are great. Bears defense is slightly better than the Commanders. This game really depends on whether or not Jayden Daniels is going to come back or not. Because in that Panthers game, Daniels went down early against Carolina with a rib injury, and then Marcus Mariota stepped in, and he actually played well. I just saw that the injury update is not looking great for Daniels, so oh boy. Commanders fans, I'm hoping that you are holding your breath right now because this could be worse than it looks. I'm thinking that Daniels is going to miss this game against the Bears. So I say Chicago wins 24-20. I think it's going to be a close game, but defense will play well. Caleb Williams has definitely improved, and he will have a solid game in this game. But I see Bears coming out on top. The Sunday Night Football matchup is pitting the Cowboys against the 49ers. This game is interesting because Ayuk is done for the year. Like, Samuel is coming back and Jawan Jennings is coming back. McCaffrey still is yet to return. I don't think he's going to be there the rest of the year. I think he's done for the regular season. But Jordan Mason has played well, and not sure of what his health condition is. But if he plays, Niners are going to have a very comfortable time running against Dallas. With that said, I still expect the Niners, even without Ayuk, to still have a solid game. I say they're going to win 28-24 against Dallas. Dallas has a good offense, but their defense leaves more to be desired, and we are still not sure about what's going to go with Micah Parsons at all. I'm hoping he can come back, but I'm assuming he doesn't, and he's probably not going to play, so I say San Francisco wins this game. If you told me at the beginning of the season these two teams would be struggling, I would have called you crazy, but here we are. And the final game this week is the Monday Night Football matchup pitting the Giants at the Steelers. Steelers win 24-10. Yeah, Steelers defense is going to have themselves a game with that offensive line. Sure, the Giants defense is going to have some sacks, but Steelers offense is still loaded. Russell Wilson at the helm, Najee Harris running the ball, George Pickens, Freiermuth hopefully will have a good game, and I see Steelers are going to win. They should dominate on both sides of the football. And that is going to do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you give it a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss a single video. I would really appreciate that. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace!